guys, it's Kirby. Welcome to my channel. We're doing another dupe video today. All April long I do dupes videos because a long time ago I thought April Fool's April dupes, so we just do our dupes videos in April. If you're unfamiliar with what a dupe is, it is essentially taking a high-end product and putting it against a drugstore product that are often similar, the same, and comparing them in wear, price, brand, all that jazz. I know a lot of people have a lot of feelings about dupes. I personally love a good dupe. I think it's good to know what's on the market, but also people sometimes need alternatives for brand reasons, price reasons, ingredient reasons. So it's always good to know what's out there, what's available. Today's dupe is a brow pen dupe. We are taking the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen and putting it up against the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pen. Let's talk a little bit about these products before we use them. We'll start with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the box. It is vegan and cruelty-free. This is the pen. This is $22. You can find it at Ulta, Sephora, online, Anastasia's website. It comes in 9 shades and is, again, cruelty-free and vegan. The NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen is $11, so that's an $11 savings. You can find it at Ulta, NYX's website, as well as wherever NYX is sold, like Walmart, and I don't know, does Walmart carry NYX? I know Target carries NYX. I don't know if Walmart does, but like there's a lot of retailers, drugstores, and things that carry NYX. You can largely find this Lift and Snatch pen in multiple retailers. It comes in 10 shades, so it has one more shade, and it is vegan. I believe it's also cruelty-free. I will put that down in the description box as well. We will talk a little bit more about what the website says as we're putting them on. We're going to test these side by side. I've already done my foundation because that is how I like to do my makeup, is I like to do my foundation first, then my eyebrows. I just think they apply a little bit better. So we're going to do NYX on this side and Anastasia Beverly Hills on this side. There is something that I would like to show you before we start, is the tips of their, let me see if I can, so here are the tips of the brushes. Please do not mind my nails. So this one right here that I'm tapping currently is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, and this one right here is the NYX. The NYX brow pen is so much finer and thinner. They are both brush tips though, which I absolutely love. But the NYX does have a ultra fine tip. Don't get me wrong, the Anastasia Beverly Hills tip is also very skinny as well, but it has a fatter base, whereas the NYX Lift and Snatch pen is like skinny down to the base. I have been using the NYX Lift and Snatch pen, so I am familiar with the application of that. I've never used the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen before. To be honest, before the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen, I was never a big fan of like brow markers, brow pens, mainly because I have rather thick, coarse brows as it is, so it's always been really difficult to get brow pens to kind of look like natural. But the Lift and Snatch, I can say, has been like a game changer, so we'll have to see how it goes against the Anastasia brow pen. Let me talk a little bit about these as I put them on. We're going to start with the NYX brow pen. It does say how to apply shake pen at a downward angle, fill in sparse areas with precise hair-like strokes, and add definition to other brow areas. Pro tip: to create a lifted look, flick applicator in an upward vertical motion, press harder for thicker hair-like strokes, and later for thinner, more natural looking hair-like strokes. It says, get a lifted brow look in pen. This flexible micro brush tip pen allows you to create thin to thick lines that actually look like hairs in real life. Tinted buildable shades allow you to go from a super natural look to super snatched in a few quick flicks. Create a brow from nothing, fill in sparse areas, or build on top of your already snatched brows. Up to 16-hour wear, smudge resistant, transfer resistant, stay snatched. Pro tip, for a lifted brow, apply in vertical upward motion. For a laminated look, first brush up hairs with the brow glue, transparent brow setter, then fill in. We're not doing that. Alright, so this is the NYX Lift and Snatch brow over on here. I haven't cleaned it up or anything yet, so this is just like right off the bat, which I still really like it, because since my brows are so like heavy to begin with, they're very like thick hairs, I don't need that much product on my actual eyebrow. I need to fill in like the top and the base of it, and using the pen allows me to kind of use less product but still give me like a nice full look. I have the shade Espresso as well. So in the Anastasia Beverly Hills pen, I have Ebony, and then I have Espresso in the Lift and Snatch. I have very dark brows. It's very hard to find brow pens and brow products that like match my actual brow color, and I think that this is a winner. Really easy to apply. It is not very intuitive at first and does take some practice. So let's move on to the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen, and let me tell you a little bit about what their website says while I'm applying it. Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen easily builds dimension by micro stroking in areas you want more fullness. The waterproof formula glides on effortlessly with a feather-light feel, creating unparalleled hair-like detail with precision and mimicking the appearance of natural hair for a fuller looking finish. The superfine tip is ideal for the creation of realistic hair strokes for your most natural looking brows yet. Their how-to is like 5 paragraphs long, because they give you several different options of how to get a full fluffy brow, how to get like a very sharp defined brow. I will leave a link to their how-to use this pen in the description box if you are looking for different options of how to use this pen. It's too much for me to say in the short amount of time this video will be. However, I'm going to use it similarly to how I use the NYX Lift and Snatch, by just creating hair-like strokes in my like bald areas. Okay, and so here's the Anastasia Beverly Hills side, uncleaned up, just immediately finished. Did create, again, a really nice eyebrow. I might have to touch it up a little bit as I'm like doing the rest of my face. They both performed very similarly, so just initial thoughts right off the bat. They both performed very similarly. The tints were the same. It's very pigmented and juicy without being like the most solid color in the whole entire world. You can create different types of brush strokes with them. I will say that the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush is fatter, so it's harder to create like micro fine lines, but I still didn't find it difficult to create an actual like eyebrow look. What I did find interesting is that I felt like the Anastasia Beverly Hills formula dried down a little bit more. So when I was like stroking it on, and then I used a spoolie to kind of like diffuse the harshness, I felt like the Anastasia Beverly Hills formula like dried down a little bit quicker than the NYX formula did. I'm going to go and finish my face off camera so that we can come back for some final thoughts. But you guys, it's looking pretty promising that these are like a great dupe for each other. So I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, face done, brows cleaned up, eyeshadow, liner, lashes, and all that jazz put on as well. We are going to talk about some final thoughts of the brow pens, the Lift and Snatch versus the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen. Do I think they are a dupe for each other? Absolutely. They performed very similarly. The formulas felt very similar. I did say initial thoughts that the Anastasia Beverly Hills one kind of like mattified down a little bit quicker than the Lift and Snatch. However, they were both juicy. The biggest difference that I see between the NYX and the ABH brow pens are that their tips. The tips of them are very different. The ABH, Anastasia Beverly Hills, is very fat, whereas the NYX Lift and Snatch is very like micro, fine, short. You can create like the tiniest strokes in the whole entire world. However, they both created nice eyebrows. Like, I wear a heavier brow in general. If you've been to my channel for a while, you know this. And I've actually been using less product now that I've been using the Lift and Snatch pen. And I still feel like the Anastasia Beverly Hills pen created like a nice, natural, like bold yet not overwhelming block-like eyebrow. I feel like they both created nice looks. They filled in my sparse areas. They even, if you don't like the like microbladed look, you can use a spoolie. They both kind of like diffused out very, very nicely too to create a more full base to create strokes on top of. I'm not disappointed with either of these, and they performed very similarly. Anastasia Beverly Hills is $22. NYX Lift and Snatch is $11, and they have one more shade. I think I'm going to recommend the NYX Lift and Snatch, to be honest, mainly because of the fineness of the brush tip pen, as well as price. I mean, let's be honest here, if you can save $11, save the $11 and go with the more affordable option. But I will link all of these products down in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, give a big old thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Have you tried either of these brow pens? Do you have a different brow product? Do you have a different dupe for me to try? Let me know all of that in the comment section below. Let's start a conversation. As always, please be sure to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. I would hate for you to miss out on any more videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys.